Alright, it's lazy Q&A time. I haven't done a video for my channel that's been out of the office for a long time. And I was looking back at old videos that I used to do, and I used to take them kind of around the house, and I haven't done one from the bedroom in a long time, so this is me finally doing that. So here's my March Q&A. Alright, so right out the gate, I'm gonna say that there's been questions about my podcast and wanting to see if there could be a possible video version. I've definitely thought about it, and we're working something out to do that. But right now you can just tune into my Games Out This Week video on my social channels, and I definitely want to keep doing the podcast, so tune in every week, and who knows, maybe we can expand it to more than once a week. Someone asked a good question, which is, what's my favorite game so far this year? And in case you haven't already noticed, it's Helldivers 2. I love it. I think it's just so funny and fun, and I have just the best time laughing playing with my friends on a regular basis. I might actually go play right after I record this. But yeah, I love the lore. I love what they've done, and that they've made it really entertaining, and it's clever writing, it's clever gameplay. Just everything about it has been so fun and has really been a great escape for me on top of the, working on my podcast / radio show. It's just been really fun. And so that is my favorite one that's come out so far. And I'm very much looking forward to Hellblade 2, which is coming out soon. Somebody also asked me what my biggest fear is. I have a lot of fears. I might have a specific fear that I can share, which is a little different, I guess, but not necessarily I'm sure there's a lot of people who have the same fear, but I don't like bug swarms. I don't like too many bugs near me, in the vicinity of me, and also watching a bunch of bugs on screen. Like, that just grosses me out. I have a phobia or fear or disgust for it that is very visceral for me, and that I can't really stand watching. And especially bugs in food, like, that's a big no-no for me. So if I watch a movie with something like that, I always have to turn away, even though like some people can be fine doing it and watching stuff like that. I really can't. And then I fear death. I fear dying. I fear heights. Although I have talked about potentially doing skydiving, but the older I get, the less I'm eager to do it. But it is something that I've thought of doing. I just fear the worst outcome, because once you're up there, that's it. There's nothing that's going to save you if something goes wrong. So, and I know you're diving with a professional, but of course there's always the outliers, the moments where something does go wrong. And so yeah, I try to, I'm still thinking about the idea of doing it, but I'm not 100% sure that I might ever go through with something like that. So we'll see. If anyone has ever skydived before, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what your experience was like and if it was worth it. I got a question about my favorite games that bring out nostalgia for me when it comes to the games that I played as a child. Those games are pretty specific. I've mentioned these for sure in some other videos, but Spyro the Dragon, that was a big thing for me growing up. Crash Bandicoot, I'm trying to think about, Tomb Raider, the classic Tomb Raider games, like the very first one. I remember playing that for the first time and loving it. Final Fantasy VII, of course, I just talked about it. I hosted the live stream, so it's, a huge, big part of my childhood is playing that game and completing it. So to go back and play the remake and, playing the trilogy, which I can't wait for the third one to come out. Somebody asked about a goal that I have either this month or throughout the year. Like one specific goal. For me, a goal that I have is to lose another 20 or so pounds of body fat. And it's been a bit of a challenge. I've definitely hit a plateau. So I'm thinking of making content that is either me working out or me achieving a certain goal, and you guys can kind of help motivate me if I keep making the content and stuff like that. So let me know what you think of something like that, and if you'd watch content of me talking about, food, diet, nutrition, workouts, staying healthy, working out in a calorie deficit, stuff like that. But that's one of my goals, save for the other big projects that I'm hoping will happen at long last this year. Okay, and I got another question, and I'm just stopping and recording and then stopping again so I could read the questions that you guys sent me. There was a question about how am I doing at this point? I have definitely been feeling a slump. So I was talking about this a bit on my Twitch channel when I was live streaming. But the weather, I don't know if it's seasonal, but I've definitely experienced some mental health not so great moments where I'm having a lot of negative thoughts and I'm just noticing that. Sorry if you hear the background noise. Odie's trying to get into the door, but I know he's gonna mess up this whole video if he does. But actually we might bring him on a little later. But yeah, I've been trying to get through it. I've been focusing on my health, and that's been a huge priority. Not just my mental health, but my physical health. So I've been, taking a lot long walks, like up to 2 hours plus, and I've been making sure that my diet and my eating is really nutritional and really good for me. So I'm not, so I'm physically able to weather the storm. I've been through these things before, as you guys probably know. I deal with mental health issues. But yeah, and I've continued my workouts and stuff like that. So it's been really nice to just focus on that. I feel a lot lighter in the process. There's still some moments of, negative thinking or rumination, stuff like that, but I'm trying to, get myself out of that. So I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Another good question I got is, how do I feel hosting a talk show again? Going back to host This Week in Gaming, and I'm sorry I keep talking about this, but it's kind of taken over my life. It's been really refreshing and actually has been a really good creative outlet, especially as I'm weathering the storm that I just talked about. So being able to have a creative outlet in that sense has really kind of been helping me stay afloat. And I've really just enjoyed the process. I get to have guests on every week. I get to talk about things that I really care about, and I get to craft something that is completely my own and that I created and that other people get to listen to. So it's definitely been good to have that outlet and to have something that's going on that I do every week. So it's been great. I also hosted for the Square Enix Countdown to Launch stream for the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launch. And that was really nice to finally go back to a professional setting and to do some live hosting, which, and kind of man the ship, which is kind of my job when I get hired for these sort of things. And that was really rewarding and felt really good to be back in studio working with a team and doing that sort of thing, because it really is what I love doing. And I'm hoping for this year to bring more opportunities like that. I know the industry is still in a bit of a weird place right now, but I'm hoping that eventually I can get back into it and other opportunities will come throughout the year that are similar, if not adjacent to what that was. Someone asked me what my zodiac sign is. I'm Capricorn. I just know that means I'm really about success and staying organized and a little bit stubborn. That's really all I know, but I definitely am a Capricorn, and I'm born January 13th. For those who don't know, that's my official birthday. No, it's all red. So I scratched myself, and now there's these red marks. This is what happens when you have sensitive skin, guys. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning into my March Q&A. Let me know what you thought of this Q&A, of this format. Taking it out of the office was definitely more fun and more interesting to do. I feel like it just breaks up the content because I was doing it out of my office pretty much every time, which is good. It's convenient, but I enjoyed doing it like this, except my arm is getting a little tired of holding the phone like this, so I might have to get a stand next time. Drop more questions, guys, for my next Q&A in the comments. I do pull from the comment section, and also let me know what other video content you'd like to see, if there's anything in particular you'd like me to do this week. So let me know, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, now back to my regular clothes.